Good evening, everyone. I need to put this down a little bit. Hello, I am Kay Ingram, and I'm a member of the Cristo Rey New York Advisory Committee. The committee is made up of young professionals in New York City and is co-chaired by Kenny Marino and Grace Kane, as you all have heard. Our goal is pretty simple: to further the mission of Cristo Rey. On behalf of the advisory committee, I would like to thank you for joining us in celebration and in support of Cristo Rey, New York, a school we are so proud to be graduates of. Cristo Rey is a unique model of education. It's a high school exclusively for students from low-income families. Students receive a rigorous college prep education, that I know, and work 1 day a week at over 120 companies throughout the New York metropolitan area, at banks, law firms, media companies, real estate firms, the list goes on. The revenue earned from these jobs goes directly to the school, which means the work that I did as a high schooler covered 40% of the cost of my education. What began as simply an innovative way to finance our education has turned into a critical component of each Cristo Rey student's development and success. The multitude of hard and soft skills that I learned in the workplace are as valuable as the portion of my high school education that it covered. Cristo Rey is an incredibly successful and fast-growing model, and it doesn't take long to realize that it's truly a magical place. So Cristo Rey is incredibly successful, right? That you all have understood. There is a college-going culture ingrained in the halls of Cristo Rey. Since the high school opened its doors in 2004, 98% of its graduates, 98% of its graduates have enrolled in college. Yes. That number, 98%, that is more than double the national average for low-income students. And to top that, 81% of Cristo Rey New York graduates have either graduated or are on track to graduate from college. Now, believe it or not, that is significantly higher than the national average for all students, and over 5 times the national average for low-income students. Cristo Rey students have gone to impressive schools, like my alma mater, USC, like you heard, fight on, or to Ralph's, right, Amherst. Schools like Georgetown, Dartmouth, Holy Cross, Syracuse, yes, shout it out. UVA, perfect. And Fordham, just to name, I heard Boston College. I love this. And Fordham, just to name a few. I know that I speak for Ralph and myself when I saw how proud and honored, so honored we are to be graduates of Cristo Rey New York and to continue to be involved through the advisory committee. And we are so lucky to be working alongside countless others who are in the room tonight. Those who have invested their time, resources, and energy into Cristo Rey New York, my second home. I would now like to turn it over to someone who is living the Cristo Rey magic right now. Yovanka Lopez, a senior, who can tell you firsthand the impact this amazing school has had on her. Yovanka.
Hello, my name is Yovanka Lopez, and I am a senior at Cristo Rey New York High School. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the magic of Cristo Rey. First off, it's pretty awesome to be on this stage tonight. I'm lucky to have alumni like Kay who have paved the way for Cristo Rey students like me, showing me that with a lot of hard work and determination, that I too could be a college graduate. It's pretty surreal to think that my time at Cristo Rey is shortly coming to an end. It seems like just yesterday that my 8th grade guidance counselor was recommending that I apply to Cristo Rey. I went to middle school on the west side at De La Salle Academy. It's pretty similar to Cristo Rey in that it's meant to give low-income students a first-rate education. So coming to Cristo Rey seemed like the logical next step. That was until I got a letter in the mail telling me to show up for 3 weeks of high school during the summer before my freshman year. Here I was thinking I was about to start summer vacation. Nope. I thought to myself, what have I gotten myself into? Those 3 weeks of business boot camp were just the beginning of what has been an incredible 4 years. During business boot camp, I learned about mail merge, how to use the copier, and most importantly, how to navigate the crazy New York City subway system. I actually left business boot camp excited for school to start again, so that I could put everything I learned to the test. And put it to the test I did. Starting the first week of my freshman year, I went to work 1 day a week, just like every other Cristo Rey student. That's the really unique thing about Cristo Rey. Through my job at Macmillan Publishers, I'm literally earning my education. Each week, my supervisors welcome me into their office and give me a big stack of work. I am not just another intern for them. They treat me like a real employee. But that also means they expect a lot from me. Throughout my 4 years at Macmillan, I realized that a successful job is not that far off. If I could hold my own at age 14 in the publishing industry, I know there is a bright future out there for me as long as I do what I've done the past 4 years. Put in the hard work. It is not just in the workplace that I have realized who I can become. That's also happened within the walls of 106th Street. I'm sure a lot of you in this room remember how tough junior year was. It's your last real shot to show colleges what you can do. So I enrolled in 2 AP classes and an honors class. But just a few weeks into junior year, things weren't going so well. I felt like I was drowning in chemistry. Algebra 2 was going over my head, and I was failing AP Spanish. I grew up speaking Spanish. My parents speak Spanish. Everyone in my neighborhood speaks Spanish. Crecí hablando español. Mis padres hablan español. Todo mi barrio habla español. So here, I was thinking, what's wrong with me? I went to my teacher one day and asked to meet after school. And slowly, but surely, in those after-school sessions, I raised my grade. At Cristo Rey, I did not learn to be complacent. Instead, I learned to question and not be afraid to ask for help. Every Cristo Rey student receives a planner that has a quote on the first page that says, "The opportunity to partake in an education with the potential to transform your life is Cristo Rey's gift to you. What you make of this opportunity is your gift to Cristo Rey." I think this really captures what Cristo Rey is all about. Cristo Rey will provide you with the resources you need to succeed. The school will show you that you are capable and just as smart as anyone else out there. And it will make you keep on trudging just when you're about to give up. Cristo Rey did not give me my talents, but it has helped me realize the potential within me all along. Cristo Rey makes sure that each student that enters its doors leaves knowing they are up for the next challenge. They did it for me and for Kay, and I know it will continue to do it for those that follow. When I didn't get that pre-calc problem, when I didn't understand AP US history, or when as a freshman I had zero idea how to get down to Flatiron for my corporate work study job, that was okay, because the teachers and staff at Cristo Rey showed me how and convinced me that I could. My parents came to this country to give me and my 3 older sisters, who are here tonight, opportunities to be more and do more. Opportunities that they did not have in Ecuador, and they saw education as our tickets to a better life. And I am so thankful that I have been given that ticket with my Cristo Rey education. So here I am. It's the second half of my senior year, and I know that this time next year, I'll be halfway through my freshman year of college. I'm not sure where yet, but I've applied to Trinity, Hamilton, Hobart, and a bunch of other schools. And I am counting down the days until acceptance letters go out this spring. Though the thought of leaving my home at 106th Street is daunting, I know that wherever I go and whatever I do, I'll keep on pushing myself to be the best version of myself, just like Cristo Rey pushed me. Thank you.